What's good, everybody? So this video is about McKinley Richardson Exposed Doherty in the Real Monthly Bop House. So I just started looking up Jack Doherty. He just recently got robbed in Rodeo in LA area. And, it was a big story, and it was an even bigger story before that. He had went through a breakup with this young lady that's on this podcast, and she's telling, what she went through while she was with him and how she got started on her OnlyFans and all that stuff like that, and how, his work really got in the way of, like, their relationship, mixing business and, with relationships and all that stuff. And that's how it messed up their relationship. He introduced her to OnlyFans, and he was managing girls who did OnlyFans and stuff like that. And I seen on a recent interview that Jack Doherty just did with George Janko right before he got robbed, with those 2 chains he was wearing on his show. George Janko was like, "You want to be careful with how you moving, man. You're young, you're rich. You got all this money and stuff. You got to watch, the way you move." And he said, if you don't, somebody going to snatch that off your neck. Be careful of the places you're going and stuff like that. But I didn't take heed on what he was actually talking about, because like I said, I just started following Jack Doherty. So McKinley expresses a situation on here where she says, yeah, me and Jack, we went to, everything is filmed in his life. A lot of things are staged. A lot of things you don't know if it's real or not. Like, he always streaming, always want a camera on. So she said they went to Compton, which neither one of them belong in Compton. No offense, 2 suburban white kids, rich and famous. They shouldn't be in no Compton. I don't even go to Compton. Okay? I don't even go to Compton, okay? I don't go to Compton. And if you like most other people who got common sense, you don't go to no Compton. I don't care what's going on there, what deals you got. Make the deal somewhere else. Do not go to Compton. So they went to Compton. She said they were out doing something or whatever, and she was in the Sprinter van. She said she went in the back to go lay down, to go rest. And as she's resting, she heard the door open, and somebody come in the Sprinter van and rob her and was like, "Give me all your shit, woo, 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 woo." And she like, "Just take it here." So that's another situation dealing with him where she got robbed. And it's mighty funny. He get robbed too. And it's like, dude, something's not right about this dude. Like, I don't mean to talk about the young boy, but like the moves he making, like, it's suspect. It's suspect. How she get robbed like that for all her stuff, and now you got robbed for all your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just don't make sense. So that's what George Janko was touching on. Like, dude, you want to be careful with how you moving out here. If you don't, somebody gonna snatch that off your neck next. And look what happened. He got robbed. So she expresses a lot and tells a lot what she went through on this video. So let's get into it.
Financial risk when you're investing in crypto, but if you're gonna do it on MoonPay. It's the best app, I promise you. All right, and then we have McKinley here. Been a tough couple weeks, few weeks.
Yeah, back, and I feel like I'm feeling a lot better.
Yeah,
it was like a weight lifted off,
Yeah, and I just want to tell you, I've seen you. You're doing streams, like getting right into it.
Yeah.
You don't want to limit yourself to one person right out of the gate.
Exactly.
I've been in multiple pop-in relationships that have gone south. And you just don't want to rush into anything. Like, I wouldn't ever just focus on the first dude that hits you up to do content.
Yeah, I think, like...
But aren't they cute?
What?
No. I feel like, no, with the people I've been streaming with, I think, like, I'm in an era of my life right now where I'm just trying to find myself and, like, my personality again. Because I was in a toxic relationship before this previous one, and so I was 2 back-to-back. And I just, like, feel like I fully made my personality theirs, and I was there for them, but they were never there for me. So now I'm just in this era of figuring out, like, what I love, what I like to do, making
what you
friends.
deserve.
And I'm not dating someone unless I know them for 6 months minimum. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
I'm not rushing into anything.
All 5 sides of that.
It's crazy.
Shoot, she shouldn't even be concerned about dating, which I don't think she is. You need to seek Jesus, both of them, Jack Doherty and McKinley. Seek Jesus, date Jesus. You wouldn't have none of that stuff that you going on. Seek Jesus.
I actually used to see, like, I was saying, like, fuck, should I hit up Jack and have him on here? And I was like, yo, I'm just gonna hit up his ex-girl, have her on here. And well, I decided to do that. Yeah. But no, I used to actually, like, it was crazy how much shit, and I think everybody, I don't know how he does it. I don't even really understand this whole new wave of TikTok, but I would see shit every single day of you guys doing something.
Yeah, we worked super hard for sure. That was like, I think one bad thing is like never involve like business in a relationship, because you cannot like, you can't do things like that. You know what I mean? It's like you have your relationship. If something happens in the relationship and it affects a business, that's way worse than just like a regular relationship. So that's like kind of the thing, but it was never a business thing for me. I felt like it was more like I was upset at the fact that he wasn't emotionally there for me. But he has this whole narrative that I was only with him for the money, and
of course
he can.
Well, that's
gonna
always be the narrative. Like,
that's completely fine.
First thing I'll tell you is, this is off topic, but dude, if you put your girl on camera, there's a very high chance she's gonna leave you at some point. And I'm not saying this is the case, but like that's why I don't do it. Yeah, because then I just know everyone's gonna DM, start to pay attention, and then I'm competing with all these and I'd rather not. Exactly. So I'm just saying that this is a personal.
So again, Jack Doherty, he managed girls that do OnlyFans. So as he was dating McKinley, he told her, "Hey, why don't you get in OnlyFans?" You know, he kind of persuade her to get in it, so like she wouldn't be uncomfortable because the type of work that he's doing. So he like, "Well, why don't you just be a part of it too?" And she was like, I don't want to do that. At first, she wasn't even with it. She didn't want to do OnlyFans. Like, but he persuaded her to do OnlyFans, and it cost him his relationship with her. And it's like, that's true. Never mix business with pleasure. Like, you brought your girl into OnlyFans so you could keep your business going so she wouldn't feel uncomfortable. That's always a bad move. Always, man.
But in the beginning...
And then, no offense, OnlyFans is pimping. You was pimping these girls out, putting them on platforms and stuff on your platform and making their name big, and you getting a percentage out of it. That's pimping. That's why you shouldn't do this OnlyFans stuff.
Because I've seen this happen with a lot of girls, especially in LA, that I don't know your situation before that, but maybe they had like a smaller following. Mm-hmm. Then the money starts coming in. It happens with guys too that get put on, and then they're like entitled, and they're like, "Oh, I deserve all of this. I want this." Like, did that happen with you, or did you try and look at both sides of it? Well,
he would just kind of it would always just be thrown back in my face, and I was like, that was never the issue, because at the end of the day, like, I mean, he took all my money. Yeah. So like, if anything, it's just like I was getting mistreated while he was doing that, but it was never a money thing for me ever. Yeah. And like, I think I gave myself to him. Like I didn't even know who I was as a person, like, at all. Yeah. Like, I was mute. I didn't speak. I was friends with Julia and Camilla.
I've seen a different side of her now than when I'd see her with Jack. Like, she has this like glow.
In the clips, no offense.
Yeah, I didn't.
You kind of were silent in there.
I didn't feel comfortable enough. I don't know. I'm so
proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so what? Did Julia come from Bonnie's set and save you? Or how did that work? She was like, "Yo, dude, stop beating off. I gotta go save McKinley in fucking Florida."
Exactly. We drove in a little corner, like, "McKinley, get your ass outside right now. Like, we're done." Like, because it's like only you can physically get out of a relationship. But no matter how much your family and friends are telling you, like, get out, like, it's bad. Yeah. Like, we got her the fuck up.
There were many times I wanted to get out of it, and I just couldn't. But yeah, she's right. Like, I had to come to terms with it in my own mind, because I saw potential, but then the potential just wasn't potential in.
Because you can just hold on to that one piece of person, like, because you know them deep down, but...
For sure. You've never seen this, but have you ever seen...
Wow. Like, I didn't even know that. Like, he was taking all her money, and then, of course, she said she was getting mistreated during the relationship. You know, him putting business before their relationship, not caring about how she felt. And she said she wanted out, but she didn't know how to get out. And that's true. I don't even blame her, you know, for not leaving right away, because when you're in toxic relationships, you don't even know it's toxic. You're just going with the flow, like, oh, I love them, like, and it's a soul tie. That's a soul tie. That's why she couldn't leave him at first. It took God to break that up. I'm telling you, it take God to break every stronghold, and that relationship was a stronghold because she knew it was. She knew it was bad. She knew it wasn't good for her, but she couldn't leave him at first. You know what I'm saying? So I understand her when she said, I wanted to get out, but I couldn't. And people like, well, just leave. It ain't that easy. This is spiritual, man. This is spiritual. You can't fight spiritual things with carnality things. You have to pray to God and ask God, God, get me out of here. God, get me out of this situation. And God sure did it. She out of that situation.
In the Truman Show?
I've heard of it. My parents definitely know what the Truman Show is.
Yeah, that's probably what they felt like your life is like. You have to watch this movie. Mm-hmm. It's about a guy who doesn't know that his entire life... It's Jim Carrey. Tell me you know him.
Jim Carrey.
I love her.
Love him.
Okay, thank God. But his whole life is filmed and he has no idea. And it's 24/7. And he finds out.
God.
That's what it would remind me of, especially with these streamers. I'm like, dude, when you turn it off, like... I feel like you're just sleeping. And then when you wake up, it's stream until you sleep again. And
every day for almost 2 years.
And there's different people off streams too. Like everyone's so different off stream.
I feel like I had this problem too, but there's a point where you get too caught up in that. And then you're like, dude, I don't have a life outside of this. And it's like, it's really fucking sad.
Yeah, it definitely it overtakes a lot of people's lives, I think. And that was our main issue, I think. I met him before he started streaming and he was a completely different human. That's what I think I was holding on to, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's money. I don't know if it's ego. I don't know if it's just, you can't make it your entire life and then expect the people in your life that actually care about you and are genuinely there for you to just be there.
Yeah.
You know, but
the relationship was real.
The relationship was real. And I had met him, we were talking for 6 months before I even showed my face on camera, and I didn't have an OnlyFans or anything. I actually didn't want to do it. I was so against it. It was against everything that I was, raised with, and it just really bothered me. But he told me he'd send me back home if I did it, so I did it.
No.
Swear. Yep.
See, this game has such a...
I would have been like, bye, deuces, homie. Like, bruh, I'm not going to go on there and pimp myself out just to be with you. I don't care how much money you got. See, that right there make me not like Jack Doherty. I didn't know all this about him. And I believe the young girl. I don't think she on here lying. She's telling her part on what she went through. And then he even said on the George Janko show, he was like, some things probably was my fault, mixing business with pleasure, too much filming, mixing business with pleasure. I knew I shouldn't have done that. Meaning he knew he shouldn't have put his girlfriend on camera and start doing that OnlyFans stuff. It ruined their relationship. It was all about business and the pornography stuff and him taking all her money. That ain't love. That's love? Man, please. Please. Okay? Please.
Or excited.
Like you guys were dating?
Yeah.
You were dating and he was like, no, like I'll send you.
Okay,
No.
sorry,
We weren't
real quick
dating
before you
yet.
answer, she willingly went to the Bonnie Blue session. So your word's not really valid right now. I don't mean to...
And I did.
I see, I swear to God, I'll be scrolling and I'll see, a Lamar Jackson edit, who's a football player, who's, the best quarterback, and it starts with you and Bonnie Blue.
I saw that one.
Yeah, sitting on the couch, and then it cuts to, a Boss Man D-Lo song, and this guy's just going crazy. I don't know why you're in the beginning.
He literally threw up.
Huh?
My ex said he threw up. He was throwing, he was sick.
Yeah, and did he...
My mom, oh my God, I can't. No,
I don't want your mom to see that. I want to make sure she's far away from that video.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I guess this girl right here, Julia, she was a part of the bop house that Jack Doherty had going on or whatever. And, McKinley and all them was on this OnlyFans thing. And that's, I guess, some pornography stuff was going on. I don't know. I hope they don't red flag me for saying that on this video. But she was a part of that stuff. And I'm not saying she was a part of it doing anything, but I don't know, somehow she was in the clip or something with stuff going on that shouldn't have been going on, and she was like, I shouldn't have been there. So she was with this girl named Bonnie Blue, and they were doing the P word. I don't know what they had going on. I'm glad I ain't watch it. I don't want to know about it. I'm just listening to McKinley's story because that's why I clicked on this video, not to hear about the Bonnie Blue situation and all that. I don't care for that. I don't care for the P word stuff. That's out of my league. That's not in God's nature. That's not in God's nature at all. I'm here for McKinley and her story. In Jesus' name.
Because she has TikTok. Sorry, Mom.
Okay, all right, sorry. I
Anyways.
just got lost in the Bonnie Blue set. McKinley, do you remember where we were at?
What were we talking about?
The fact that you guys were dating and he literally said that you were going to... But was that a joke?
I want to say this because Jack gets a lot of hate. But I do respect. I told you this. I do respect. He's a hustler. He works hard.
He'll figure it.
I'm not going to knock somebody's hustle.
Always.
But he's a young kid, too.
He is.
So
There's a lot of growing. I think he has a lot of growing to do. But, you know, I'm just not.
Is there any part of you that looks at it like, damn, I don't know what you're doing before this, but he did kind of give me access to a career?
That's what I'm thankful for, you know, the help. But at the same time, like I had over 100K on Instagram. I had 500,000 on TikTok, and I would go live all the time. I had a little bit of a fan base, and that was kind of the difference. I felt like, you know, he would sign girls that didn't have an OnlyFans or didn't have any social media whatsoever. So that was a different type of person, whereas I understood it. So like we worked well together in the beginning. So that's what I'm very thankful for. But also at the same time, I worked so hard on my own stuff. Like I have 9 million on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I post long form and shorts and all that stuff. I know I'm like, that's something I'm very proud of. And I did that all myself.
Yeah. Good for you.
All I had to do was start an OnlyFans. Like, but yeah, he literally.
Would you ever stop?
Okay, this is like.
I actually saw this today.
Mm-hmm.
Someone hit you up and was like, "Yo, you got to stop this." But it's like,
it's hard.
I understand
because
that.
I did not. I literally, anyone can vouch for it. I did not want to do it at all. But he literally, we weren't dating. We were just talking, and he said the only way we can date is if you're in this with me. And we created a business. So I was like, okay, I'm done looking back on it. To be honest, I don't know why I thought that was healthy. But I did it because people around me also said, this is going to be a really good thing for you. Like, this is a good decision. Like, I was crying in tears about it. I didn't tell my parents.
It's hard.
It's really hard. But
So what? Commit to doing it?
yeah, because, you know, you have the... Obviously,
Then everyone just responds like, "Yo, you're so fucking paid."
Oh, no, not at first. They're like, are you kidding me?
They call you a whore. It's
Yeah,
really
you gotta put up
bad.
with some shit.
Yeah,
But that's what comes with the like whole business side of this.
that's true.
You gotta be
Like
strong.
I swear, I bought a shirt. I went to Marshall's the other day,
Okay,
and I bought a shirt, and this chick like checking me out was like, she was like checking out my shirt, and she was like a 10, and I was just like looking at her like, damn, like this is like a rare find.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't see girls like, and especially in LA that look like that working there.
At Marshall's, yeah.
I was like, I feel like I have a good chance here. But anyway, yeah. So I think
if you're watching this,
I think that going back to your thing with Bonnie Blue is that people are hoping that are freaking out on you. They're hoping that like you're never that girl in that spot, or you're like there's no girl. And like, no disrespect to Bonnie, but like at the same time, there's probably parents out there that get pissed off that are like, yo, I don't want my girl to tell me like, yo, I can go do this and make $1 million a month, but I got 20 guys in one sitting, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that's why I think there's a negativity to like the OnlyFans and that kind of shit.
I didn't want to do it. Like, obviously, like, I've been friends with Camilla since high school, and like, she's been doing it way longer than me, like 3 years, 2 years now. And I've had it on the table, opportunities, and I've always said no. Like, I just couldn't. But when you're surrounded by the industry for so long, like when I was her assistant, I'd see him like, what is this lifestyle like?
Oh, is that how you started out?
Yeah, I was her assistant.
Is it Camilla?
Camilla.
Yeah, no, she's a boss.
She's a
Boss.
bitch.
How does she move like that?
She's like,
No, she is alpha.
she's Brazilian. Alpha.
She's an alpha.
But she's really good at playing the game too.
She is.
Like I'm like sitting there like, not only is she one of the most active people I've ever seen on social media, she's always like steps ahead of people. Mm-hmm. Like the whole Met Gala thing.
I saw
She
that
wasn't.
guy was
She
like,
wasn't
no.
at the actual event.
But guess what?
For the photos weren't. I don't know where she was, but like she knows how to trigger certain people, and it just gets her like pushes her so hard, and I'm just like, damn, like.
She's a hard ass worker.
She is.
Hard ass worker.
I love Camilla.
So the Bop House still exists, or
Yeah. Well, because we literally didn't have a house for months, and everybody's just been traveling.
they had a
'cause we make
fucking
money.
rooftop with like a huge ass pool.
Now we have a penthouse, but it's like, we're going to be working this week, I swear. But like, we just have money, so we just like to travel, and nobody's ever in town at the same times, and it's like so much harder now due to like, it was such a hustle.
Still part of it?
Mm-hmm. She was just in Japan. I think she's back now, but.
How exaggerated, like, are the numbers, actually?
No, that's real. No, it's sickening. It's real.
It's actually real?
Oh, it's real.
Money is sick. That's why I can't, like, I can't.
I wonder how much I would pull on there.
Like, I
probably a lot. I'm not even joking.
Maybe the first one, and then people would be like, yo, I think I could watch that.
Guys make a lot.
Well, I don't want to do, like, I'm not going to do, like, I'm going to hit the female demo.
Only men would buy it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm afraid of. I can't do that.
It's only going to be men.
Yeah, only men.
See, then I can't do it.
Don't look at it.
No, I can't do that.
I also feel like
I gotta stick true to, like, I'm straight as an arrow in respect to all my gay friends, but, like, I have to do. And you know what? I'm actually gonna take that as disrespect. You trying to say that I'm not gonna hit the female demo?
It's just
because there's a chance that I could get.
I know
there could be a fetish.
Would you, no matter how hot the man is, would you ever buy a man's OnlyFans? I don't want to see a man's.
I don't either. Like when middle school, like men are sending dick, I'm like, I actually
see that.
do not want to see this. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's okay. But
yeah, no, I'm probably not gonna do that. But what about like a flexing in the mirror?
That's on Instagram.
Yeah, fuck.
Or you could post your feet.
Do the subscription thing on Instagram where you could sell it for like $1.
Is that the new thing? People actually do that?
I think there's like, I don't know. I've seen like you can make a subscription thing that people can only buy it on Instagram.
All right, now that we have inside info from McKinley, Doherty, my boy. Just kidding. But like, also I respect the hustle. I respect people that hustle. I'm gonna be honest. He's a hustler. He works hard.
He is.
I can't knock someone's hustle. I just can't.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
The kids that tell me that have you ever had the kids that approach you outside of Target that are like, yo, I'm raising money for my basketball team?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Every single time I give them 100 because they're out there hustling. I don't care if it's for the basketball team.
The kids out here with the candy.
Yeah.
They get me every single time.
Yeah, that's an easy 100.
In front of Aventura too.
I don't care if it's going to your fucking football team or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you're out here.
Or his mom just goes, okay, go in the street, sell us candy. They come back with like triple, double digits.
If he takes 10%, it's the same deal that you had.
Exactly.
He gets $10 and she takes 90. Like, what? It is what it is.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, so he got his chain yapped. No, I just want to get your opinion.
Okay.
For people that don't know, and this is up to you, but it just feels staged.
I feel like it's staged. I'm not gonna lie.
But like,
where were the cameras at?
People will go through all that for a clip.
He got to get his money up since the money's gone.
Yeah, the money's
gone.
See, McKinley, she's speaking from experience with him because I guess it was a lot of stage things going on when she was with him, and what people thought was real was fake. But to me, when I seen the video clips of him talking about after he got robbed, his t-shirt was ripped up, his bodyguard looked like he was in distress, and he looked like he was in distress. I'm like, if this is fake, he's a good actor. He needs an award because I thought it was real. But she's saying, I think it's staged. I think it's fake. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Y'all think his robbery was staged? I don't know. Let me know.
To be honest, I don't know. I guess I am throwing shit, but shit like that just bothers me because it's like such low-hanging fruit for content.
It is.
Like, you gotta stage like a fucking death or like a fucking robbery or shit like that. It just is like, dude.
Yeah, there's a certain way you should, like, if I feel like as an influencer or as like a streamer, there's either. When I was on Lacey's stream, for example, I'm just like comparing the two. It's Lacey and I like aren't.
I saw you guys were like cooking and shit.
We were. Right? I mean, it's just we've only hung out 3 times. Like, he's really, really, really nice.
That's wholesome as fuck.
It was wholesome, and I was having such a good time, and like that content was so fun to make. Whereas like his is like always violent, always negative. I was always in tears. Everything was just so real.
Viral, like trying to go viral.
Viral in the bad ways, though.
Yeah.
And like me being tied to that, it was just like not really the best look on me, and also just like my mental, emotional health, physical even. I got robbed in LA the last time we went.
That one was real?
That was real. I was in Compton at 3 a.m. because he was shooting.
Nice.
Yeah. At a takeover.
Risking it all.
3 a.m.
Yeah, we were at a takeover, and I was sitting in the Sprinter because I didn't want to go outside because it was terrifying, and like me in Compton at 3 a.m. I don't look like I belong there. So I went into the Sprinter and I made eye contact with 2 guys in Shiesties. And I was like, oh gosh, I'm gonna need to turn the lights off, like, cause this is not good. Turn the lights off in the Sprinter van, go in the back, I lay down, then I hear the front door open, and I thought they had all came back. And it was this guy in it, like a surgical blue mask, which was terrifying. Blue gloves, a bag, a gun. Shit. And he looked at me, he said, who's in this party bus? And I looked at him, and he hopped over the seat, came over to me, and he was like, give me all your money. He had the gun. Literally the most traumatizing experience in my life. So that happened in Compton, but getting robbed in broad daylight on Rodeo Drive, I don't really know, but
his
that
shirt
was
was ripped.
staged.
Who knows? Yeah, no, the robbery shit, that...
And then they made a
That's
joke
pretty scary.
TikTok after it with the girl and man.
I wonder how I would act in that situation like that. I've played that scenario in
You
my
get
head.
the cameras from the shops that are right behind you, right? Like you actually call the police.
No, I'm
you're
talking
like,
about her situation.
Yeah, when you're in that situation, especially as a female, like
In broad daylight, I'll chase her down. I'm quick.
when you're in a car
What about
alone
Kate?
with
Like,
someone
why?
at a takeover where no one cares.
Imagine, you're running and you're chasing him and you just he runs into the side alley
gun.
and he goes into a room and you just go into a room and it's just her and Bonnie Blue and 25
Oh my gosh. I was like, where's this going?
Hey, there was 25 more, so you're lucky it wasn't 50, okay?
Oh my gosh.
That guy'd be
25.
caught red-handed if he pulls up in there.
Hear you.
Yeah, no, okay. But, I picture how I'd be in that situation and,
Traumatizing.
I don't know, I feel like I could... That's my moment to, step up and prove something. The Beverly Hills...
Have a gun.
Yeah, I don't know about how you do that.
I had a sweatshirt on and all my jewelry, and I didn't even think to give them anything, but I literally would have gone on my hands and knees and said, take everything you want. In that moment, I did not care whatsoever.
I would do the same thing. Like, here, I can go buy another phone.
Yeah, I don't
go
care.
away.
Just please don't hurt me. Don't do anything.
Your life is too important.
It was horrible. And then it was streamed after.
Damn, well, it sounds like you're doing a lot better now.
I'm doing so much better. I'm not getting robbed anymore. I'm not getting things
No, it
flipped
sounds like
on
you're
me.
cooking with other people.
Yeah, exactly. Getting to know people.
What'd you guys, cook on the stream?
Cooked vodka pasta, but it was so ass.
Oh.
Really messed it up bad.
Say you can't cook. Can you?
Wasn't it good? It was just
I
the noodles
can.
were hard.
The noodles were hard as
sauce
shit.
was
They
good,
were not al
though.
dente.
Yeah, wait, I have to ask about that because, the expectations when you date a girl that does OnlyFans that makes money, she's probably not going to look to do, and I'm not saying all girls should do this, but, the cooking around the house type shit.
That's what
you're,
we want to do. We just want to,
See, yeah, but you say, but that's not a
The
good thing,
man
though,
has to
right?
deserve it.
Vodka pasta, I feel like I could make, I don't even know how to cook, I can make that shit easily.
You could?
Yeah, noodles and vodka
hungry.
pasta you could literally buy. You put that shit in a
hungry,
pan,
I'm
I can make that tonight. I'm just saying.
Hey,
I think cooking is easy. All you have to do is, if you say you can't cook, you can't read a fucking, list of directions. It's easy.
Yeah.
But we didn't use directions. We literally just winged it.
no
So
way.
I was asked.
No
but
way.
It's okay. We're going to do another cooking stream in LA.
All right, wait, McKinley. So, has it been 2 or 3 weeks? Probably.
A month.
A month?
Over a month, yeah.
How quickly, right after, were people trying to move in?
I was in the trenches, literally bed rotting in her bed.
What? Just
I
depressed?
loved it.
Yeah, I was sad. I was
roommate.
sad about everything. It was all public online, and I never wanted it to be public, but he made it that way, and it was something I wasn't even ready to talk about online. I didn't want it to be there. So just to have, my comment section flooded up, and then, all the hate, people are assuming, oh, I just got up one day and dipped because it was the only side that everyone saw. And one day, I'll talk about everything when I want to and when I'm ready, but definitely as soon as that came out, which was the day I broke up with him, all of it came out to social media. I was getting flooded with.
Wait, so that's why I'm confused. Is why you think personally more people, if I don't even know, but let's just say fans of watching both of you were coming at you more than him?
No.
They're going at him harder?
They were going at him harder.
So then,
I think we balance each other out.
yeah. What
and
was the
people
what was the
always-
hate towards you?
The only hate towards me was that I was a gold digger.
Yeah.
Which is really the only thing anyone can ever say because it's something you can't really prove.
How can she be a gold digger when his income was zero?
Yeah, no, but I get that too. But it's also
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I don't know. I'm not. I make my own money, but it's
Can do.
what was the hate that he was getting? Yo, you blew this one.
yeah, I mean, he gets
I don't
hate
know.
constantly. I mean,
everyone sees how he is and how he acts and
it's
treats
all
people on
recorded. Yeah,
screen.
literally look at clips. I mean,
I'm sorry if there was ever crazy shit that happened between you two, but like it is kind of funny at this point.
It's a
Like for a
train wreck.
viewer, for someone who's like watching, it's just like just another fucking bad thing happens to this dude, but you can't tell if it's real or not. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I know.
Like he crashes his whip. I remember that, and then he's like gets robbed, and it's like, dude, like
yeah,
I have-
filming TikToks on.
yeah,
the
but it's
highway.
like, is this real or is it just like
I was
funny?
crying. He was like, film it.
Oh, the whip, the car crash.
I was on the highway,
Yeah, it's
and he's asking me to film.
But I feel like
TikToks.
I know you said like about the hustle, but I feel like there's a time and place to do things and when not. To
he's
do
probably
things.
thinking in his head that me filming this and you in this situation is just gonna make you more poppin' and make you more money and make both of us more money.
Yeah, but
But I guess,
I think
like, if you think about like Bonnie Blue, it's like
hear you.
it's the same thing where it's like you don't have to. Is it worth it for that amount of money?
No.
it was absolutely.
Right.
That's one thing I learned. Not that I was even there for money, even to begin with. I think him and I like really, actually, genuinely loved each other in the beginning, and I really, really, really did have feelings for him. But it's like, I don't know. It was just, it was ruined. It really was so ruined. I couldn't make myself feel like that anymore, and I couldn't associate myself with someone that just constantly got off to making me cry, got off to making me
It
feel
was
something.
sick.
Like,
You're so
I would
beautiful when she's bawling her
You're
eyes out.
so
That was the
sexy.
only time he would compliment her was when she was bawling her eyes out, or if he did something.
That's
And
just
I just saw a
weird.
clip where he flipped a golf cart and like stood up looking for a stream and didn't even touch you.
oh yeah, that was another thing.
I
I
saw
was
that. That was a
flipped on a
joke.
golf
I just
cart.
saw that. I said, "Where the fuck's McKinley? Like, what the fuck?"
Almost freaking died. It landed on my neck and my back. I couldn't walk. He went on a yacht after, and I laid face down in a car
I
waiting
know
for
you
him.
were mentally
and
checked
then
out
Ubered
of
to the
that.
hospital.
Jesus.
By myself.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
If I was there, I
Well,
just don't know.
I mean, when this is your life, you just get lost in it.
I did. My parents
Him
were,
too, though. That's what I'm saying. Is maybe like he'll look back one day and be like, "Fuck, I was way too up in the
You
moment."
think so?
Well, nothing's changed. I'm sorry. I've seen like
Like, wouldn't you want to
I don't
change
know.
if you like?
I don't know.
Something's
I
wrong
can't
with
speak for
demon
him.
time for him now. I feel like, and I don't know how it could get worse.
Mentally
What-
checked out. Like, I want to know when you were mentally just checked out. Like, there's just no
Mentally
way.
checked out. I was
Tom.
over. I was.
I don't even need to bring it up
more than
again. You've
that.
been mentally checked out a few times, right? I want to talk about something positive besides that, though. Yeah, anything. I mean,
But what?
I can only think of one scenario, but if there's anything like positive that you have, just about your life or recently, besides what I had to watch.
What you had to watch?
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
brother texted my mom and sent her the video of the guys in the ski mask and goes, "This is your
Of you
daughter."
being there,
Yeah,
your brother,
My brother.
snitched on you.
my brother did.
I'll
My
tell you
brother
what,
did
that's the
it.
first time I
Twin
agree with the
brother.
snitch, and I don't
He said,
ever.
"This is your daughter." I said, "Johnny, you want to film a TikTok like a long time ago?" He goes, "I'd rather myself."
I would never agree with
He hates
any
me.
snitching, but that is one scenario where I will allow.
Okay, like the host, like he need to stop mentioning the Bonnie Blue situation. Like the girl Julia, like that's not who she is. That's not what she's known for. Like even though the world probably saying, "Oh, she was in the Bonnie Blue video." Ooh, like no, like she's not known for that. Like she's more than that. Like God has more for her than that. Like so the jokes he putting on her, I don't like that. Like, bro, like she's not known just for that, bro. Like she's not even known for that. Like don't even come at her like that. Like show some respect for that young girl. Like she knows that girl set me up. I didn't want to do that stuff. The girl didn't even know that that's what all that stuff was gonna be. Had she known, she said I wouldn't even never agreed to that. Like, you know.
Like that is okay. I hope your mom should fucking ground your ass. You should be back home, living like fucking
No, she
Harry
told me
Potter
she
in the
said she
fucking
would drag me
closet.
by my hair out of Miami if she ever sees some shit.
Yeah, and I completely agree with her.
Yeah, me too. I think I need to
With
stop.
what you're doing? Oh, what you're doing right now? Aren't you? How much are you making a month? 700? Not on pocket. I'm not a pocket watcher, but isn't it like 700?
It's a lot. Yeah, I make a lot of money.
Okay, north or south
I'm
of that
fine.
figure?
Like
Around there?
Yeah.
God damn it!
See, these girls, they make so much money on OnlyFans, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? They don't even think about quitting because they're like, why should I quit? But at the same time, it's like, why shouldn't you? Because you feel me? Like, why would you continue to keep going? Because all this stuff, like, morally, you know it's tearing you apart. Like, spiritually, you know it's tearing you apart. I don't care what nobody say. That stuff is spiritual. The P word, doing those type of acts for money, for perverted men and stuff like that. It does something to the soul. It does something to the soul. You ain't okay with that. You just, the enemy trying to make you think it's okay. You ain't okay with that. And McKinley too. I think McKinley gonna stop too. Because that's not who she is. I can just tell. Like, that's not who you are. Like, Jack Doherty, the one who introduced her into it, and she didn't even want to do it. That's how I know the Holy Ghost was in her. She didn't want to do it at first. And then he persuaded her into doing it to keep their little relationship going, which fell apart anyway. So I don't think those girls gonna continue that. I think the devil trying to wave all that money in their face. She making $700K a month, $1 million a month. Okay, yeah, people don't make that type of money. You making more than a doctor. You know, you're making a lot of money. Okay, but just know money don't sustain you. Money don't make you who you are. God make you who you are. I'm telling you, that stuff ain't gonna last. That P word stuff, the OnlyFans stuff, it will not last because it's not of God. God got more for those young women. God got so much more for them. I'm telling you, because God had more for me when I was out here being a lesbian, seeking all these women, smoking every day, and I thought, well, this is my life. This is who I am, and it was a lie from hell. Now I got a purpose. I know my purpose is to preach the gospel, live for God, spread the gospel through my music and all my videos. God gave me a platform. God gave me a business. God gave me a way to make money to where I don't have to do that type of stuff. So all glory go to God.
Fucking crazy what I gotta do.
Yeah,
what I gotta do to fucking make money and what you guys have to do.
I'm there, and I told myself I'd do it for like 2 or 3 months. I was like, okay, one and done. Like, I just need a little bit of money. Like, I'm gonna just
2 or 3 months.
Yeah, I was gonna do it for 2 or 3 months.
You can't say goodbye to money when it's coming like that.
How? Like, I wanted to though, and I didn't know until it kept coming in more and more.
Yeah,
and more.
I do, and I don't think you should. I'm gonna be honest.
The days just keep getting bigger. I'm like, how do you stop?
I think like McKinley, like you, who's like doing things the right way,
right,
and doing stuff with Lacey, like having like a lot of respect. And, like, I don't know what you post on there. I've never seen it, but like, I feel like you pick and choose what you allow people to see.
Yes, I do.
And if you're making good money, it's like, fuck, like,
I know. And I think
it's
anyone
hard
that
to
would
walk
meet
away
me
from
would get
that.
it, you know?
Yeah.
That's
anyone
how I
that
feel.
meets me, like, it's easy for them to realize who I am and like, you know.
But you can't when it's coming in like that. You can't walk away from that.
Yeah.
And you're already in the game too.
Yes,
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
There's no going back.
Exactly. That's true.
I was a teacher. And I love it. And I love it.
This is like a role play thing. You're trying to like enhance your shit.
No, like I actually was a teacher. I went to school for teaching. I was a teacher. I
didn't even know that.
I was. And I loved my kids so much.
Did you actually teach?
I was. But I'd play with them more. Like, it was like younger crowd. But I genuinely love kids. And then I was like, you know what? The money's so horrible. I worked at Topgolf. Camilla said, give me her. I was her assistant then.
And what? She met you at Topgolf in Miami?
No, I was her like a friend in high school.
Oh, got it. And what? She just turned it up to a whole nother level. What does she do that's so different than everybody else? When it comes to like you guys, like, I don't know if you're doing it too, but if it's like, we'll say Bob House people, like, how does she create that and how does she take you guys to a level where you need her?
So she's just like a go-getter. Like, her and her management, everyone around her, like, everyone is just, there's a next level. And she's going to get there. And she's going to get there. Like, I'm like...
But what does she do for you that's, like, you couldn't do on your own? Like, you think it's exposure?
Well, like, yeah, like, the podcast is what made me big. When I was her assistant, that's, like, what made me big online was, like, me being her assistant and her talking to me. Yeah. And then internet loved me because I was, like, so innocent and, like, small and cute and tiny. That's what they loved me for. And I just kept going on the internet after that.
And then she was like, yeah, we got to take you to the next level?
Yeah. She was like, Jill, you don't understand. And then boom.
There you go.
Now I'm here.
Yo, there we go.
Hi.
Steve, did you guys win or no? No? Lost? Steve will do it. Julia, wait.
I'm Julia.
Have you seen her from the Bonnie Blue video?
Oh my gosh.
See, he's seen you from somewhere?
I've never seen the video. Me neither. Well,
no, you don't want to. It's actually insane. And then McKinley's here too.
What's your goals? Like, where are you going next? Like, is there anything big coming
Yeah.
for you?
Massive things coming.
What? Can we get the drop?
No, I'm not going to give up that information right now. But I have huge things in the works.
Really?
It's all over the internet. We've all seen it. Yeah, everyone has seen that. No, but
Guys, I swear I'm done.
yeah, I mean, how long have you been doing this now?
Since the end of last year.
Yeah, so you're so new, and McKinley, you've been fucking, what, a year? 2
About
years?
a year. 1 year.
Yeah, once it comes to 3 or 4 years, then you gotta just keep evolving.
Yeah. That's what I think.
So, it'll come at some point.
I wanted to start streaming, but I feel like I just don't want it to ruin me.
Ruin you?
Yeah, streaming.
No. Julie and
Like
I are gonna
streaming
start
what?
streaming.
Like day in the life?
Yeah.
Like a daily thing?
streaming. But I just don't want to be sucked into that because I see people get sucked into it. And I want a life, you know? And I just
Yeah,
my life just
100%.
keeps going and I'm push back.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Anyways, what were you saying? You have something big coming.
I don't want to
tell
go.
us.
I'm not getting into it.
Okay,
Yeah.
you can't tell us.
Just stay tuned.
Fine.
It's all good.
Okay. I'm
But yeah, no,
interested.
daily streaming. It's gonna change your life. It's gonna fuck you up.
So I
But
think I'm
it's
gonna do
something.
vlogs or something.
It's something to do and stay. Like
I also
doing
like
shit.
having a community too. Like literally, people even just like I don't have any friends like around here really. Other than
Do
you.
you have any wrist weight on?
Yeah, I have this. I just got this.
How much are
Bulgari.
those? Yeah.
This is like 20.
Okay, so he was pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about this. There was no gift giving. Confirmed?
No, I felt like it wasn't really gift giving when
Well, what did you walk away with? Is that fucked up to ask?
I tried to leave. Okay, he got me a Birkin bag for Christmas. I didn't want to walk out with it. I literally left it in the closet, and then he threw it at me because he said he was going to burn it. So, like
why not?
I was like, why not? But other than that, I mean, some of my stuff he didn't end up giving back to me, but I don't mind. I mean, other than that, I mean, I feel like when you're getting gifts and someone's also like taking all that money from you, it's like it kind of
Balances out.
balances it. Like I didn't really need that stuff, you know, and I don't know. But I bought him a boat.
Oh, you bought him shit?
I bought him shit. Yeah, I bought him a $100,000 boat. He just crashed it actually, and then you know, every time I go,
I'm sorry. I kind of like. I'm sorry. I don't know your relationship. I kind of like him. Just
That's
because you know the
fine.
gas station clip.
That's fine.
Wait, you know the gas station clip where he hits the jump on the dirt bike?
Oh
and
yeah,
he's
that
fucking-
actually I watched that and I actually couldn't watch it.
Like it's kind of funny in a way, but what he did to you is inexcusable.
Yeah,
And if you ever want to talk about it or sit down off camera and shit, we can do that.
perfect.
Yeah, and I'm always here for you.
Appreciate.
Yeah, I just want to let you know.
Thank you.
But yeah, no, I would love to do a stream. Julia, probably not.
What?
Probably not gonna have you there. I'm gonna go through Camilla for everything I do with you now.
Hey, I think I need to go through.
Is she technically the manager or what?
No, I don't even know if I can like speak on it, but like no. She's not my manager, but she is like she's boss shit. So like technically she kind of is my manager. She'll look me in the face and say,
Okay, so
no.
when Sophie Rain says she's making $4 million a month, that's accurate.
43.
That's not true. There's no fucking way.
Did you not see it? It's on the news.
There's
She
no
literally said-
fucking way. You believe that when you see shit like that? Honestly.
I think so because
It's
she
actually
was
so
there.
real.
I feel like in the very beginning, right when like OnlyFans kind
You
of.
think that this girl can make $4.3 million a month?
I think she did, and she did it in a way no one else really.
How
did.
is
She
that even
focused on
possible?
Twitter. She focused on Twitter.
That was a year.
But how's that even possible?
Trust me, I don't know how much I didn't even know this was possible.
There's a lot of horny men out there.
It's sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. Any bad encounters or anything that was no good in person? Has anyone ever seen either of you on the street and stopped you for some shit? You?
Yeah,
But
I've had a few old men say I'm subscribed.
be like, yo, McKinley!
Yeah, oh my god.
And you probably think like, yo, you're one of my dad's friends, and they're like, I subscribe to your OnlyFans.
Oh my gosh, yeah, no. I had this one guy come up to me and say I'm subscribed, and I was like, oh, YouTube? And he was like, no. And I was like, oh, okay, bye.
I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would
Awkward.
do. I worked at a country club and I like hopped on a plane like the other weekend and they were
Like a
all
PJ?
on the plane. No, like a commercial plane. Go back home and everyone
And
from
all
the
your-
country club I worked at was on it and they stared at me and the mom laughed in my face. And I had kids come up to me, take pictures, and obviously some of the moms don't know what I do, but obviously that one mom that laughed at me in my face. Hey,
Yeah, because
just know
her
I saw you.
son's... She's probably gone into her son's fucking search history and seen your
What?
name a bunch of
I
times.
was working there, and he goes, Julia, what's your last name? Goes on Instagram, pulls up my whole Instagram, scrolling while I'm like sweeping the floor, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Gosh.
Creepy. Men
Yeah.
are creepy.
All right, well, I think we're gonna wrap it up. That's unless what.
Okay, so you guys, there you have it. The interview with McKinley, exposing Jack Doherty and their relationship while she was in there, in it. She told her side. She told a lot of information. Like, Jack Doherty, he's all about the money. After they broke up, he tried to say, "Oh, you were only with me for the money." Like, dude, he had to been some kind of narcissist for him to say that. Maybe because he didn't want her to leave, but the girl got fed up with all that drama and chaos that was going on in their relationship surrounding, the OnlyFans stuff, the Bop House stuff, getting robbed and him putting, working and stuff like that, streaming and OnlyFans before her and never tending to her or the relationship. Like, she got tired of that stuff, man. Like, you think she's just gonna be there and be your kicking dog? Like, no, that girl got common sense. She said, "I'm out, dude. I don't care how much I love you. If this is love, I'm good. I'll be good." You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe that was the Lord that led her out of that, because that wasn't a good situation for her. That wasn't a good situation for her at all. And she said he was taking her money. So she didn't want to do OnlyFans. He persuaded her into doing that. She didn't want to do it. And then when she want to leave, he want to say, "Oh, you only with me for the money." Dude, you took all my money. What are you talking about? Like, dude, I didn't even get a dime from that OnlyFans crap. You know what I'm saying? And she should have been getting her money. I'm sorry. Whether it was wrong or not for her doing OnlyFans, she should have been getting all her money. That was her money. And he had no right to take it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff I don't like. Like, he was pimping her. He was pimping her and all them other girls. That's pimping. I don't care what nobody say. He was pimping. And I'm glad she got out. Thank God she got out. You know what I'm saying? Now she getting all her money now, But I believe, the Lord got much more for her than just OnlyFans. I don't believe that's, all she can do. I believe God got more for her. And them girls that make all that money from OnlyFans, they said it was another girl that was making $43 million. Like, come on, bruh. $43 million? Nobody sees that type of money unless, like, they're Oprah or somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're Jeff Bezos or somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's real M's we're talking about. And from OnlyFans. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know God got a lot more for her, for the other girl, Julia, as well, than just OnlyFans. Yeah, they pull in so much money. They're making millions. But is it worth it? Is it really worth it? Is it worth your peace? Is it worth your soul? The Bible says, what is it to gain the whole world and to lose your own soul? Like, how happy are you? Like Solomon in the Bible, he had all the wives he could ever wanted. He had all the riches. God made him one of the wealthiest men on earth. He was the richest man on earth at the time. God made him king. He was wealthy. He had all the women. And he had all this livestock, everything he could ever want. And he was like, all this stuff I have is vanity. He was like, it's vanity. I'm not fulfilled. I'm not happy. And the only way he was happy was through God, through Jesus Christ. That was the only way he found true happiness in his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And the same it is today. Mankind can't be happy with material things. I don't care how many millions you got or how much fame you got. It won't make you happy. It cannot make you happy because you weren't created to get millions and be happy, and material things make you happy. It cannot. Why you think all the millionaires, they end up getting them demons in their head and they end up killing themselves? Because their money can't sustain them. It's not about their money. You know what I'm saying? Money can't help you. You need to tell people about Jesus. Jesus is what's going to help you. Jesus is going to get you out of that. Jesus is going to fulfill you. Don't worry about the money. The money will come. You hurting financially, God will provide for you. But don't let that be your everything. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the money be the reason why you keep going, because it won't sustain you. At the end of the day, you got to seek God for to feel to feel valid, to feel complete, to feel whole. That's who you need. You need God for that. Not money, not your fame, not your status, not your Instagram, your OnlyFans, none of your followers. None of that stuff matter. That stuff all vanity, man. It's a tool. It's a tool that's going to burn up on the earth after Jesus come back and he burned down everything. And there's going to be a new heaven and new earth. You think you taking all those millions with you to heaven? Y'all heard of the story with the rich man and Lazarus. Lazarus was a poor man, and the rich man, he treated people bad. He treated Lazarus bad. And when they both died, Lazarus went to heaven. That was the poor man. And the rich man went to hell because his heart wasn't right. And he thought, oh, it's my riches and all that. Your riches can't save you at this point. It's not about your riches. It's not about the money. It was the heart. Do you have God in your heart? How did you treat people? Why you didn't feed the poor? Why didn't you feed that poor man Lazarus? He even asked for the crumbs, and the man was so prideful and stingy with his money. He didn't even give the man Lazarus the crumbs on his table, or a piece of bread, or a piece of bologna or ham or anything. And he just looking at the man like he's beneath him. And it's like, dude. And I hate to say it, a lot of rich people like that. So, I just want to say, don't let money be your everything. Let God be your everything, you guys. Because at the end of the day, your money can't save you. I don't care how much you're making on OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? But God bless you guys. God bless this young woman, both of the young women, McKinley and the girl Julia. God bless them both. And I know God got a better path for them. So God bless y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel, you guys. I'll be putting out more videos like this. In Jesus Christ's name, God love y'all.